Peace be upon you. Today I'm going to talk about how to speak English fluently. How long have you been learning English? You know a lot of vocabulary and grammar, and you cannot make a sentence when you speak. Let's start with a question. What is fluency? Some people define it as speaking English very well. Others define it as you are at a high level of English. But its definition is more specific. It means speaking English smoothly without stopping or hesitating. It has two sides. The first side is physical and the second one is mental. The first side is physical. Your mouth produces words and phrases in a smooth and fast way. The second side is mental. You need to put the words in a correct sentence when you speak, quickly and smoothly. To speak fluently, we're talking about some points. The first one is get out of your comfort zone. Try to speak to people. Try to find people to speak to. Join a club online. Try to speak to foreigners in your city. Try to talk to your friends in English. You have to speak English as often as you can. Nothing can help you in speaking except speaking. It's a practical skill. It's not an academic subject. You cannot find speaking in books. You cannot learn it in books. Okay? But you can learn it by speaking, by practicing. You have to speak 2 or 3 hours a week. We said, try to find someone to speak to you. You say, I am shy. I can't do it. It's very difficult. I can't find anyone to talk to. What can I do? This leads to the second point. Speaking a foreign language is difficult. It's not easy at first. Situations that are easy in your own language can be difficult in a foreign language. Situations that are difficult in your own language can be impossible in a foreign language. I want you to accept that you will feel nervous. You will feel uncomfortable. But this wouldn't stop you from speaking. So you need to learn under pressure. Don't think it's easy. It's very difficult at first, but by practicing more and more, you will find it easy. The third point is speed reading. Try to find a text in a book, in a newspaper, in a blog, and try to find an easy one. Don't try to find a text with a lot of words that are very difficult for you. Try to time your time. Sit down with a timer, read the text aloud, time yourself, read it again and again, aloud. Try to get the fastest. Try to beat your time. See how fast you are. Your mouth produces words and phrases in a smoothly way. It's a physical practice, as we said. You can do it 5 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, try it as often as you can. You can download a video from the internet with a text, audio with a text. Listen to the audio. Try to read with the audio. At first, try to find a slow one, not fast one. Try to read with it. Then download faster one. Try to read with it. that will help you a lot. The fourth point is learn in chunks, in big pieces. Try to learn with the phrases and sentences, not word by word. We said before, we learn it word by word. You find a word in English, trying to find its meaning in Arabic. That's word by word. I want you to learn phrases by phrases and sentences. This means learning in big chunks, in big pieces. That will help you a lot. Because when someone speaks to you, you try to translate what he says into your own language. Find the meanings of these words and translate back into English. It's a very difficult way. It's a very complicated. Your brain does a lot of work and it's very hard. In speaking, you need to learn by phrases and sentences, not words. If you do that, you will find it easy to speak English. You will find it easy to speak English fluently. But if you translate what people say into your own language, you will find it very difficult. You can't speak fluently. Oh, I won't speak again. I don't want to learn. So you are depressed. You don't want to learn. So if you want to learn or to speak English fluently, you have to learn phrases and sentences. When you speak, you want to make sentences when you speak, not a translation, not word by word, because it's a slow way. It's a very slow way. You try to think and remember things in two languages at the same time, and it's very difficult it's very difficult for anybody. No one can do it. Learning phrases and sentences will help you more than learning word by word. So let's sum up what we said. الأول قلنا هي الفلونسي. قلنا عندنا physical side and mental side. قلنا physical ده بعمله بالبادي، بجسمي، اللي هو إن الماوث produces words، بيقول كلمات، ده حاجة physical. وقلنا المنتال you have to put the right words in a sentence، أعمل sentence، ده حاجة mental، حاجة بالعقل. وقلنا لازم أتكلم إنجليش مع الناس كتير، لازم أشوف أي حد على الإنترنت، أتكلم مع أي حد، أشوف أي فورنر في المكان اللي أنا فيه وأحاول أتكلم معاه. ما ينفعش أقول لأ، ما ينفعش، صعب إن أنا أتكلم، مفيش حد، أتكلم مع صحابي، أتكلم إنجليش، لازم أعمل ده. وقلنا كمان get used to pressure، لازم أحط نفسي تحت ضغط. الموضوع في الأول صعب، it's very difficult at first، في الأول صعب، بس مع البراكتسنج هيبقى سهل إن شاء الله. مرة في مرة لما أحاول أتكلم، الموضوع صعب في الأول، لكن لما أمارس ده وأتمرن عليه بيبقى سهل بعد كده. وقلنا في حاجة اسمها speed reading، ده بيساعدني كتير جدا جدا إن أنا أتكلم إنجليش فلوينتلي بطلاقة. قلنا بحاول ألاقي تكست في كتاب، في نيوز بيبر، موجود في بلوج، وأشوف حاجات سهلة ما هيش حاجات صعبة، وأحاول أقرأ التكست ده في أول مرة. بعد كده time yourself، معايا تايمر، أشوف أقرأ التكست ده في قد إيه. تاني مرة أعمله أسرع، تالت مرة أسرع. طبعا أحاول beat my time أو beat your time، أحاول أهزم الوقت ده، بحاول أعمل reading بأسرع ما يمكن وأتكلم صح. وأنا دي كده حاجة physical، دي كده حاجة physical، حاجة بدنية اللي أنا بعملها. بعد قلنا learn in language أو learn language in chunks، يعني بتعلم بالphrases، بتعلم بالsentences، ما هيش كلمة بكلمة. وأنا لما حد بيتكلمني وانا بعمل ترانزليتنج بحاول اترجم الكلام ده لحاجات بالعربي عندي. وطبعا اكيد في ممكن فوكاب انا معرفهاش احاول افكر في المعنى بتاعها، طبعا ده صعب جدا جدا ان انا اعمل ده في السبيكنج. لكن لما كنا اتعلمت عن طريق السنتنسز والفريزز طبعا ده سهل بالنسبه لي. لما افكر في فريز او سنتنس اسرع ما افكر فين بورد باي وورد. طبعا مفيش وقت للكلام ده، لما اجي اتكلم مع حد مفيش وقت ان انا اقعد افكر. يا رب الفيديو يكون عجبكم.